Wow, look at the sunshine. What a great way to start the day with sunshine streaming in the windows. Start by getting comfortable, maybe on your bed or the floor or the sofa, maybe your recliner kicked back, or sitting up in a chair. Choose a chair that has a back so it supports your back. Your knees bent, 90 degrees, your feet flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. Now lift your chest and notice how the distance between your belly button and your chin lengthens. And tuck your chin back towards your neck and feel the neck vertebra straighten, creating a clear path for nerve and blood to flow easily. Good. Now, notice yourself and see if there's one place that is carrying tension that doesn't need to be. Try your jaw or your shoulders, the back of your head under the occipital ridge, and release any tension that isn't needed. And draw the breath in through both nostrils if you can, using the nose to warm and filter and humidify the air. And as you pull the breath in, notice that the belly rounds up. And that's your signal that you've pulled the air down to the bottom lobes of the lungs, where most of the blood circulates. Not much blood circulating up at the top of the lungs, but down at the bottom, you get about 1 liter of blood circulating. But the top, half a teacup. So take advantage of pulling the air down. We're going to breathe all the time. They say it as much as 17,000 times a day. Wow, so if we improve it by pulling the air down, wow. Think of the benefits. So pull the air in, pull it down. Your belly rounds as the diaphragm pushes down against the inner organs and gives them a gentle massage. Continue filling and round across your back and your rib cage, and then across your back and your upper chest. And at the top, let the air go and spill it out, either through your mouth or your nose. Don't try too hard. That'll interrupt the process. Try too hard creates extra tension and it gets in the way. Now, as you're breathing and rounding, just notice yourself. And go looking for places in your body where you carry extra tension that's not needed. Good places to check are your jaw, the back of your skull right under that bony ridge. Let it soften and as though it could sink. Letting it flow down to the rest of your body. Other places to check that a lot of people carry tension is the shoulders. Continue the breath, rounding up on the inhale and gently lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Good. We create a calm when we regulate our breath and lengthen and deepen it. And when we're calm, our ability to think and feel and be is amplified. Thinking. Thinking, huh? Well, different kinds of thinking, right? Well, there's the worrying kind. Yikes. Then there's creative thinking and critical thinking. And then there's the absence of thinking. Roll your eyes up and place them right at that spot, half-inch up from the center of your eyebrows and a half-inch inside. And through closed eyes, focus on that point. In yoga, it's called the third eye. It's the eye that sees within. Focus at that point and breathe, rounding up and gently exhaling and lengthening and flattening. Good. So much of the research that's been done about the positive effects of different practices and habits has discovered that feel-good hormones are released. And as the research continues to look for why that happens, it's not thought that it's the vagus nerve stimulation that creates all those effects. We work to stimulate and tone the vagus nerve. It reduces the stress hormone. And stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and calm. One of the ways to stimulate the vagus nerve is laughter. Researchers knew that laughter created a positive effect on feel-good hormones, and then figured out that this probably came from the stimulation of the vagus nerve with the sound of the laughter and the rapid, forceful exhalation, a longer exhalation. Let's use laughter as a way to start the day. We'll just do it several times. Do our long inhale and round up, and then the exhale, a laugh. Try it. Do it again. Using your full body inhale, rounding up, and then the ha-ha forceful exhale. I wish we were all together so we could hear each other laughing. That would make us laugh more. Laughter is so contagious. So continue your laugh breath for 3 to 5 breaths, and then back, comfortable, rounding up on the inhale and gently lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Now inhale, and when you get to the very top and you're rounded up, take in 3 extra sniffs. And then exhale, the long exhale, out through the mouth or the nose. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. And do that several times, just a few times each day. Over time will increase the capacity of your lungs. What a great way to start the day. A little laughter, expanding the breath, stimulating the nervous system, the vagus nerve, and creating that calm. And just notice your mind and what it's doing. Refocus and bring your attention right to that spot between your eyebrows. And continue the breath, the whole body breath. Good. And this morning we're going to do the breath practice of extending the exhale. It's so effective in terms of creating calm and relaxation and stimulating and toning our vagus nerve. Pulling the breath in and rounding up, and then letting the breath flow out through either your mouth or your nose. And perhaps counting to see the relationship of the amount of time on the inhale and the amount of time on the exhale. Maybe a 2 count on the inhale and a 4 count on the exhale, and then adjust it to fit you. Looking to extend the exhale twice as long as you can, and noticing as you practice and you do it that you may be able to extend longer, aware of trying too hard and tension that could be created. So keeping the breath relaxed and easy, and gently extending the exhale. Good. Eyes rolled up to the brow point. Aware of your tongue. The tip right behind the upper teeth on that ridge, and the sides of the tongue spread out to touch the sides of the upper molars. Soft and relaxed as you continue the breath. Conscious breathing. We're going to breathe all the time anyway. And when we tweak it and breathe consciously, we create big effects in something we already do. How great is that? Continue breathing, pulling the air in, rounding up on the inhale, gently lengthening and flattening on the long exhale. Good. And if your mind wanders, focus on relaxing your tongue. And counting the breath. And releasing any extra tension. Good. of the magic things about the breath is when you focus and breathe consciously, it takes so little time to create big effects. All the research has focused on 3 to 5 minutes of a breath technique to create the changes that were measured. That's a big wow. Continue breathing consciously and lengthening the exhale. Good. And now on the next breath, when you've released the breath and gone all the way to the bottom, suspend the breath lightly. Don't pick up extra tension, just stop. And when you need to take a breath, and then do it again, and pause at the bottom, looking for that quiet space where nothing. The big yogi says when you create nothing, you radiate everything. Enjoy the effects that you've created with your breath and your focus and your concentration. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a really great day.